So, I work at this old office building downtown, right? It's kinda creepy. All these dark wood panels and stuff. But hey, rent's cheap. Anyway, last night I had to stay late to finish a report. Everyone else had left, so it was just me, alone in the whole building. I was typing away, almost done, when the light suddenly went out. Total darkness. I froze, my heart pounding like crazy. I fumbled for my phone, using its light to find the fuse box. I was about to head down to the basement when I heard it. A soft thud like something falling over. I stood there, listening. Silence. Just the faint hum of the city outside. Maybe it was just a book falling off a shelf, I thought. But then another thud, louder this time, and closer. My palms were sweating, my breath coming in short gasps. I wanted to run, to get out of there, but my legs felt like lead. I had to see what it was. Slowly, I crept towards the storage room, phone light cutting through the darkness. Each step felt like a mile. The air was thick, heavy, like something was pressing down on me. As I got closer to the storage room, I heard another noise. This time, it wasn't a thud. It was a scratching sound, like nails on wood. It was coming from inside the room. My mind raced. What could it be? A raccoon? A rat? Or something worse? I had to know. Taking a deep breath, I reached for the doorknob. It was ice cold, sending shivers down my spine. I hesitated for a moment, then turned the knob and pushed the door open. The storage room was packed with old boxes and files. Dust motes danced in the beam of my phone light. I scanned the room, searching for the source of the noise. Nothing. There was nothing there. I felt a wave of relief wash over me. It must have been my imagination, I thought. Just nerves from being alone in the dark. I started to back out of the room when I saw it. A small, dark shape huddled in the corner. It was too dark to make out what it was, but it was definitely there. It was small, about the size of a cat, and it was completely still. "Hello?" I called out, my voice trembling. No response. I took a step closer, shining my phone light directly on the shape. It was nothing, just a pile of old rags. I must have been seeing things. Shaking my head, I backed out of the storage room and closed the door. I needed to get out of this building. I hurried back to my desk, grabbed my things, and headed for the elevator. As I waited, I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched. I kept glancing over my shoulder, expecting to see something lurking in the shadows. The elevator arrived, and I stepped inside, hitting the button for the ground floor. The doors closed, and I was plunged into darkness once again. Suddenly, my phone rang.
It was my wife, wondering when I'd be home.
I answered, trying to keep my voice calm. "I'm just leaving now," I said. "I'll be home soon." As I spoke, I heard a noise from the far corner of the elevator. A soft scratching sound, like nails on metal. I slowly turned my head, my heart pounding in my chest. There, in the corner, was a figure. It was tall and thin, with long, spindly arms and legs. Its face was hidden in shadow, but I could see its eyes. Two glowing red orbs that stared at me with an intensity that made my blood run cold. I wanted to scream, but no sound came out. I was frozen in fear. The elevator reached the ground floor, and the doors slid open. I stumbled out, not daring to look back. I ran out of the building and into the night, the sound of my own panicked breaths echoing in my ears. I didn't stop running until I reached my car. I fumbled with my keys, desperate to get inside and lock the doors. As I drove home, I kept checking the rearview mirror, half expecting to see the figure from the elevator following me. I didn't sleep that night. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw those red eyes staring at me.